Let's take you to China now, where new figures show the number of people killed by the virus, the coronavirus, jumped by 97 on Sunday, the highest number of casualties in a day. It brings the total number of people affected in China to more than 40,000 and 908 deaths. Thousands of people are under medical observation. There is a much smaller number of cases in other countries around the globe. 27 other countries and territories are now affected by the coronavirus. Let's take you to Shanghai and join the BBC's Robin Brandt, who is there. Robin, give us a sense of what it was like in Shanghai today and in other Chinese cities, whether people went back to work or stayed at home.
Well, here in Shanghai, the commercial capital, usually home to 24 million people, it was supposed to be the first day back. But I have to say it was a trickle. The banks remain closed. Most of the shops remain closed. There's a small number of people out there. But there are clearly a lot of anxieties amongst people living here in Shanghai. And the numbers of those coming back is almost certainly going to be staggered as well. So, I mean, the centre of the city is service sector heavy. So there has been a lot of working from home directives that have gone out from the companies, both private and public. On the outskirts of the city, it's more production heavy, in particular in the automobile industry. We understand that VW and its Chinese partner, they intended to get back to work today. But on the whole, it's been a trickle. And we have also seen at the same time tougher restrictions come into place in terms of getting into compounds, lanes where people live, and also buildings. We're seeing temperature checks. They're very frequent. A need to produce identification as well. There are restrictions on people who don't live in places going into those places. So it's a problem to have guests as well. So on the whole, the first day back is pretty much a trickle. And clearly it's going to be staggered over a longer period of time, because when it comes to these massive cities like Shanghai, what the authorities are really worried about is that return exodus of millions and millions of people after this extended Lunar New Year break and the potential that brings for more spread.
And in terms of the figures, Robin, of those who are contracting the virus and also deaths too, are we starting to see any reliable trends?
Well, I mean, I think the key word in your question there is reliable. I mean, the caveat here is that we have to take at face value these official figures from the Chinese government. We don't have any others. The constant anecdotal evidence emanating from Wuhan, the epicenter city and the province around it, people being turned away for treatment, people going home, whole swathes of families being infected there. Are they being counted? In terms of the government figures, look, the death toll keeps increasing, and also the number of people confirmed to be infected. But it would appear perhaps a glimmer of hope that the trend in terms of cases of people infected outside of Hubei in particular may well have peaked. But the caveat here is that we have to take them at face value. The WHO warning yesterday, they still believe China is in the middle of a very intense outbreak.
Robin, thanks for joining us with that from Shanghai.